Welcome to another Easy Build video, where you can learn how to build a professional grade website quickly and easily without any prior experience or coding required. I'll be adding new content to this channel on a regular basis, so if you want to keep up with the latest website building tips and tools, just click the like and subscribe buttons below the video. Next, we'll move on to the theme of your website. And you can get there by going to Appearance, then Themes in the left-hand menu. So WordPress uses what they call a theme to control the look and feel of your website on the front end. So basically what somebody sees when they type in your web address and they come visit your site, your theme is going to determine what they see here. And by default, WordPress has their own theme installed. It's called 2024. They change it every year. I make a new one. These are good for a basic site, and I'm going to show you a few things in this theme, and then also how to add a theme or even use a premium or paid for theme, which is what I personally use. So this is already installed. Again, that's what we're seeing here. They've already put some filler content on here. We're going to change some of that. So let's add some pages. Over here on the left, you'll see the pages area. You can click on all pages. This is where you can manage all of your pages that you make, edit them, add or delete them. And in this case, obviously we haven't added any. I do see two items in the trash though, so let's see what those are. Okay, so for some reason, these two pages are normally generated by default with a new WordPress install. For some reason, they were put in the trash. I'm not sure why. We're just going to restore these and go back to all pages. Now we can see them there. They're in the draft status, which means that you won't be able to see them on the front end. So what we can do is just go in here, click edit on this privacy policy page. And this is automatically generated by WordPress. I recommend just keeping it. It automatically fills in your website name. If you have some kind of custom legal data that you want to put in here or change, this is where you could change it. I'm just going to leave this as it is for now. We're going to go over here to the right and click Publish. And that is going to make it viewable on the front end. Now we're going to go back over here to the left and click this W item to bring back up and open our menu. The sample page, I'm going to leave that for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and just add some pages in here so we can work with them. Okay, so this theme has some pre-made patterns or layouts available. I'm going to choose, I'll just choose this first one and show you what it does. So with the pre-made patterns, it puts in a bunch of content here and gives you kind of a template to work with. And these are great if you don't want to build from scratch or have trouble, thinking of how to lay out your website. We want to add a title. I'm just going to put about for now. Then down below that is your content. And this particular theme uses what WordPress calls blocks for its elements. So blocks are simply just an individual piece of information, such as this here is a paragraph block. Here's an image block. And down below that, you have a button. So you can change any of these blocks. You can add more. You can delete them if you want. Say you didn't want this image here, you would click on it, hover over here, just delete it. I'm just going to change some of this info. Obviously, you just go through here and add whatever company info that you want. I'm not going to go through this whole thing. They pretty much work all the same. Just click on an area that you want to change and then type in whatever you want. If you don't like something, delete it. If you want to change an image, you can. Just click on it and go up here to replace. And you can upload a new image. Or if you have one already in the media library, which we will discuss later, you can add it from there. So that is the basics of WordPress blocks and editing content. So what we're going to do now is publish this. And when you're working with a page, you have a couple options up here. You can either save the page as a draft, which just keeps it only viewable in the back end or the dashboard of WordPress. Or if you're ready to add it to the front end, over here, what people see, then you go ahead and publish the page. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and publish it. Let's go back to our pages. All right, I'm going to add a few more just so I can kind of demonstrate how the menus in WordPress works and things of that nature. So let's just add a couple pages. And this particular theme, every time you add a new page, it's going to pop up if you want to add a pattern. In this case, I'm just going to add some blank pages. I'm going to add a contact page. All right, I'm going to publish this one as well. Let's go back over here to the left, back to our pages, and let's add a home page. And I don't want a layout for this one either. All right, we're going to publish that. And now let's just add a services page. And for this one, well, I don't see what I like. I'm going to close this out. Now you can also, instead of choosing the pre-made layout from that initial add page option there, you can also go up here to this blue box and click on it, and you're going to see all the different elements or blocks available that you can just drag over here. If you want an image, you can drag an image over here. And then you would upload your image. If you want a paragraph, then you drag a paragraph over there. You can also add a block from this little button here if you want. In this case, I'm going to delete these. You can also add patterns from this same menu over here. So I'm going to go down here and just see what they have. They have a pre-made layout here for services, so I'm going to add that. And this is the same way as the other page. You can click on any of these elements and change prices, anything of that nature. All of that is editable. All right, I'm going to publish this. All right, go back here to the pages again. I'm going to add one more, and this will demonstrate how submenus work. Now, if you want to create a submenu in WordPress, for instance, let's go to our front end real quick. Okay, as you add new pages, they will show up over here in the menu. If they haven't, just refresh your page. And now you can see all those pages that I added. Right now, under services, there is nothing except for the content that we just added right there. So now if we want a submenu under that page, what you do when you're adding a new page in the back end is you're going to go to your right-hand menu. Right now it's on this block tab. You want to click the page tab and go down here to page attributes. And if this is collapsed, you just expand it by clicking the arrow. Any of these you can do that with. And right here, click in the parent box and choose the page that you want as a parent page. And so for this particular service page 1, I want my services page to be the main parent page. Then we're going to click publish. All right, and go back to the WordPress dashboard of your pages. And you can see here under services, it added that service page 1 with this little hyphen. That indicates it's a child page of services. And now if we go back to the front end and just refresh your page, now you can see there's an arrow over to the right of services and now a drop-down menu. And that has put that page underneath services. And you can see that content that we added there. And at the moment for the home page, this is some filler content that I automatically applied. I did not choose this. You can set which page you want to be your home page in the WordPress dashboard. It doesn't have to be titled home. I just did that for demonstration purposes. If you want your services page to be your home page, you can. The about page, you can. However you want to choose that. And to set that, you're going to go over here to your settings. And I believe it's in reading. Yes, it is. Okay. By default, a new WordPress install always has the home page as displaying latest posts. What that means, WordPress was originally developed as a blogging platform. Some people just want their blog posts or snippets of their blog posts to show up on the home page. So that's usually what's selected. If you want a specific page other than that to show up on your home page, you simply click static page right here. And for the home page, here is where you can select which one. I'm going to select home. Post page, I'm not doing a blog at the moment. If I did, I would probably go create a new page and name it either blog or news or something of that nature. And then you come back here and you set it for your post page. I'm not going to set it right now because I'm not using that feature. Make sure you click Save Changes anytime you're making changes in the dashboard. And now if we go back here, so you can see we're on the root domain, which is the home page. I'm going to refresh it. And there we go. Okay, so back to the dashboard. Let's talk more about themes. Now, if you want to choose a different theme, there are literally hundreds of options. Simply go over here to under Appearance and go to Themes. And it'll show you which one's currently active. That's the 2024, the default WordPress theme that we've been using. If you go over here to your right, either up here at the top, you can click Add New Theme, or here to the right. And there is a WordPress repository of literally thousands of themes that you can choose. They have them categorized. It would take, there's no way possible to go through each theme and show you each one. And each theme is laid out differently. It's going to have its own learning curve. So I'm just going to show you how to install a different one if you want. If you click on Details and Preview, if you just pick one, it'll show you what's capable of doing with that particular theme. These layouts are usually somewhat uneditable, meaning that you can a lot of times change maybe the content, but you can't really change or rearrange the layout of these themes. So that's one of the downfall of a lot of these themes. Some of them you can rearrange. We just have to go through and check each one. I've personally built over 100 WordPress websites and been using WordPress for quite a long time. And most of these, they're usually limited. And if you want to change colors or like font styles or something of that nature, you're usually going to have to go to a premium theme instead of using the free one. Go ahead and click on install here. So I just installed this theme and now I'm going to activate it. And we're going to go to the front end and just refresh the page. As we can see, it took out all that extra content. There's actually nothing on here, even though we changed the theme. And that's because we have to go back and add content to make it look how their preview did. And you can see now under here, there's a customize option. And this gives a different menu. We'd have to go through all this. And as I said, each theme is different, so I'm not going to go through all of that. Here is what I would like to show you, though, is that all of these themes, like I mentioned, here it says more options available in Astro Pro. So you usually have to pay to unlock, extra features and things of that nature. Okay, so we're going to X out of that. So I'm not going to use that theme. What I'm going to move on to is a theme that I've been using for almost 7 years now. It's called the Divi Theme, which is made by a company called Elegant Themes. And not only does it produce some very professional and elegant looking websites, it's also one of the easiest themes to work with, in my opinion. It has a visual front-end builder. You don't have to know any code, and I've been using it ever since I switched to it. And right quick, before we move into installing this theme, I'll just show you a couple of websites real quick made by the Divi, or made with the Divi theme. I'll just refresh this right quick, and you can see that there's some animations, a lot of different elements that aren't in other themes. So as you scroll, you just kind of see different things pop up at you, things of that nature. This happens to be an e-commerce website. It is functioning. There's also another one. This is just an example of a service business website. And the Divi theme, you can use it for anything. You're not limited to any certain type of business. And here again, you can see some different elements. If you want to learn how to quickly and easily build your own website or online store from start to finish, join us at easybuild.works. Hope to see you there.